Welcome CM2. I hope everyone had a great start to the week and that you had a good day yesterday. Welcome to lesson 12. Our theme is still, what can you do there? Can you repeat? What can you do there? Good. All right. So we are going to go back to our introduction video and you will finish to watch the rest of the video from yesterday. Okay, the one about Barcelona, the couple that traveled to Barcelona. Okay, so I'm going to ask you just 3 questions this time after you finish watching the video. Only 3 questions that you have to answer. Okay, a site is a place that you see, right? Tourist attraction. It's a site. When you go and visit a place, we have tourist attractions. Okay, so number 1 question is, which site did the couple visit at night? Which site or tourist attraction did the couple visit at night? So please remember to answer in full sentences, okay? Don't just give the 1 word or 2 words. Answer in a full sentence. They visited the blah 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 at night, or the couple visited the at night. Full sentences always. Okay, that is number 1. Let's move on to number 2. What is the English name for the water? So in the video, there's a special water they went to see. What is the English name for the water? Okay, it's 2 words. Okay, so you can say the English name for the water is Okay, that'll be fine. And then the last question, number 3, what happens to the color of the water? What happens to the color of the water? Okay, so you also have to answer that in a full sentence. The color of the water, or the water, okay, you decide. All right, good job. So that should take you about 5-6 minutes. You go back to the video, you watch it, you pause it, and then you answer and you construct your full sentence. Okay, good job. Okay, today we are going to start with conversation for Unit 9, and that is found on page 57. Okay, so conversation is found on page 57. You have to complete the conversation, then listen and check your answers. We are going to go through the vocabulary box, going to go through the words, okay? And you repeat after me. The first one is the Zona Rosa. The Zona Rosa. B, Mexico City. Mexico City. C, visit the museums. Visit the museums. Good. And D, next month. Next month. Okay, good. So we have 2 people here for the conversation. We have Alex and Marco. I'm going to read the conversation. You can listen, but I'm not going to give you the answers. You have to first, you guess the answers, right? And then you can go online, the online book, and listen and check if your answer was correct. Okay, so Alex says, guess what? I'm going to visit Marco. Really? I went there last year. When are you going? Alex? Marco? Are you excited? Alex? Very. Can you tell me some things you can see and do there? What can you do there, right? Same question. Marco? Sure. I always like to There are so many of them. Alex. And what about shopping? Where can I go? Marco. Oh, you can go to. You can buy a lot of cool things there. Alex. Thanks. Okay, so that is the conversation. First time you write the answers. Second time you listen and you check if the answers are correct. Then the third time, even if you practice alone, it's okay. Switch off everything and or play the audio, stop it and repeat after the audio or read on your own. Read out loud the two parts. Okay, it's going to help you to practice your speaking. It's important. Okay, good. All right. So now we have number 2, which is pair work. You are alone, so you will do it alone. So you practice the conversation again. So it's the same conversation from number 1. You go back to number 1. But now you change and you use these words, okay? You change, okay? All right, you add your own ideas, okay? First, you will add to number 1, to number 2, to number 3, to number 4. So let's say number 1 has New York and London. Those are cities. Number 2, tomorrow in the summer. That is the time. When does this happen? Number 3, it's visiting, right? Which places do you go to? Go to the theater, visit the parks. Number 4, and where is that place you're visiting, right? Soho, Oxford Street. Okay, so let's give an example. Let's say I'm doing this, right? Number 2 now, okay? Number 1, Seoul. Seoul. So when do I go to Seoul? In the spring. And what will I do in Seoul? I will visit restaurants and where? In Myeongdong, okay, or in Hongdae. So you change, okay? So let's try the conversation again and change it. Guess what? I'm going to visit Seoul. Really? I went there last year. When are you going? I'm going next week. Are you excited? Very. Can you tell me some things to do and see, things to see and do there? Sure. I always like to take the subway and go to Myeongdong. There are so many shops there. And, there are so many coffee shops there. And what about shopping? Where can I go? Oh, you can go to Hongdae. You can buy a lot of cool things there. Thanks. Okay, so you change it and you put your own information and then you go to number 2 and you do that. Okay, so it should be very simple. That should take you about 15 or 16 minutes to do number 1 and number 2. Okay, don't forget to practice the conversation. Once you fill in your own answers, practice the conversation again. All right. Okay, so now we're going to turn to the next page, page 58, and we are going to do language practice. Okay, language practice, can and can't. Okay, professor is going to read, you will listen, and then you will repeat, okay, after me. Okay, so let's just practice. Okay, where can I go in Mexico City? Where can I go in Mexico City? You can go to the Zona Rosa. You can go to the Zona Rosa. What can I do there? What can I do there? You can buy cool things. You can buy cool things. What else can I do there? What else can I do there? You can eat good food. You can eat good food. Can I buy interesting things there? Can I buy interesting things there? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Or if you want, you can say, no, you can't. No, you can't. Okay, good job. So we did that. And now you have to complete the sentences, okay? You have to complete the sentences. You will do number 1, right? Number 1, but you don't have to do 2 and 3. Just do 1. I think that will be enough. Complete the questions. Use the verbs in the box, okay? So the verbs in the box are buy, eat, take, meet, watch. And number 1, the example is already given there for us. Number 1 is, where can I take a tour of the city? Where can I take a tour of the city? Okay, so you only do number 1 from page 58. Don't do 2 and 3, and don't do pronunciation. I think that's it for the classwork. Good job, right? Then now you're going to turn to your workbook. We're going to go to our workbook and we are going to go to page 49, right? Workbook is the smaller book, right? Everybody knows the workbook. We're going to go to page 49 and we're going to go do number 3. Think about your country. Write the name of a famous museum. So think about Korea. What famous museum is in Korea? There are many. So just choose one and write the name. Number 2, zoo. Okay, what is a famous zoo in Korea that you know? Write it down. Park. Many beautiful famous park in Korea that everyone goes to. Write it down. Tower. I can think of one in Seoul, a very famous tower, and then write it down. Write down the name, okay? So you do number 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should take you 3 minutes. You can just check the internet if you don't know from the top of your head. Okay, good job. And now we move on to the next page in our workbook. We move on to page 50 and we will be doing language practice. You're going to do number 1 and number 2, okay? Number 1 and number 2 only. Don't do number 3, okay? Number 1, complete the sentences. Use can and the verbs in the box. So you will use the word can and then you will use the word in the box and complete the sentence. Number 1, an example is given to us. Number 1, they can play baseball in the park. Okay, so you continue, you do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then you do number 2, complete the sentences, use can't and the words in parentheses. So these are the words in brackets at the end of the sentence, okay? So number 1, the word in parentheses is swim. Number 2, the word in parentheses is see. Number 3, the word in parentheses is go. Number 4, the word in parentheses is walk. We are doing here number 2, okay? Number 5, the word in parentheses is sit. Number 6, the word in parentheses is talk. So the example for number 1 is, you can't swim in the ocean in Paraguay, okay? So you will use can't and you will answer all these questions and then you will use the word in the parentheses. So number 2 is very, very easy. Just use can't and then go to the end of the sentence and then add the word in parentheses and complete the sentence. Okay, fantastic. That is the end of our lesson and I will see you in lesson 13. Please don't forget to study for your quiz, which is coming up this week, and check your homework on assignments and your classwork. And if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about, message me on LMS. Okay, all right, good job everyone. Bye.